about, in the meantime, our man who happens to be at the helm of the New South Wales team. They are on the cusp of winning a major Origin series. Laurie Daley, welcome to the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Joel Fletch, how are we, gents?
We're going good, Loz. Where are you now? I just like to keep tabs on you. What are you doing exactly as we speak now?
No, we've just finished a coaching clinic, Fletch, with a lot of the kids from the north coast of New South Wales. A lot of the areas that were affected by the floods only recently. So they've made their way down here. So we put on a coaching clinic for them this afternoon, and just to see the smiles on their faces was, very good, because they're going through a tough time up there, and hopefully over the next couple of days as well, it doesn't get to be too bad because of the weather that we're possibly anticipating.
Yeah. No, you're a good man, Loz. And who is it? Is it the whole squad?
Yeah, the whole squad's here.
Yep.
We spent probably an hour on the field with them, just doing all the little drills, and the guys and girls getting photos and autographs, and it's really good, mate, to be able to connect with the community, and in particular that community who's been through a lot.
Laurie, the biggest text we've got, or as far as the most text we've got, is around why has Burton been resold from 18th man? Kiraz comes in. Laurie Daley, thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, actually. Look, Brian Toa, we're unsure of whether he'll play. So we want to make sure that if he doesn't play, then we've got the next best winger in Jacob Kiraz. Jacob, obviously with the Bulldogs, they play Friday night. I don't think it's fair on him if he was able to play Friday night and then train Monday possibly, and then go into a State of Origin game. So we just thought that Jacob can cover a number of positions, or we've got the flexibility in our back line to cover. We had a lot of disruptions in Game 2. We had Mitch Moses get injured. Then we had Keon, who was a replacement forward. He got injured. Then on the Sunday, we chased up Jacob Preston to come and get involved. Then we had Payne and Nathan carrying a few injuries. So we just thought best bet is to carry an 18th man who's fit, gives us a bit of flexibility because he can play on the wing, he can play on the fullback at a pinch, but you've got Latrell who you can move back to fullback, you've got Connor who can play 5'8". We've got a lot of options that we can use, but it just gives us that flexibility that if Jacob has to come in, he's had a full preparation as left winger.
Chatting with New South Wales coach Laurie Daley. Now, Loz, can I ask you this, where it wasn't widely spoken about, but Jacob Kiraz went to the left wing in his game against Penrith. Montoya goes to the right, which is a little bit unusual. He comes out, 26 carries, the most post-contact metres he's ever made.
Who's that?
No, Kiraz. Yep. Kiraz. Was there any tip of the hat to Ciraldo or to Jacob to say, mate, you're that close to doing this? Because people were perplexed why that happened. Is that why it happened, Loz?
No. We turned up at the game expecting Jacob to play on the right, and we saw him on the left. But
yep.
I think he's that type of player. I think just give Jacob the ball, and he carries it so strongly. So, and for me, people might be asking another question of where else can you play Jacob, but when it comes to State of Origin, at times some people have to play in different positions, and I don't care that Jacob is a winger. If I'm going to play him as a centre, if I'm going to play him at fullback, if I'm going to find a position for him, if that happens to be the case, then he'll do a terrific job. I'll back him in all the time, as I will all my players.
Loz, as I hand the baton to Brian, a lot of people will say, okay, is there pressure from the Dogs to relieve Burton of that place?
No pressure. It's a simple fact of the player in doubt is Brian.
Yep.
And we want to give him every opportunity to play in Origin 3. He was our player's player. So it might be touch and go with him. So again, we just thought to eliminate the distractions, you've got Jacob training there. He'll be there for every session. And if we make the call that Brian's unavailable, then Jacob's had the perfect prep. And if not, he sits on the bench as 18th man and possibly doesn't get a run. But if he does, I'll be confident to throw him into the action wherever he's needed.
Brian, he screams of a player who can handle it. Brian Totter, by the way, if he does take the field, he has to be one of the front runners for the Wally if they win it.
Yeah, well, Payne has to. I thought,
Yeah.
Loz, I want to ask you about our ill-discipline. Yes, we were ill-disciplined, 9-zip penalty count in the first half. Look, I know you don't have to say anything, but as a former New South Wales player, there's no way that they were perfect. Did you, or are you allowed to talk to the referees during the week after Origin and just query a few of them? What happens in State of Origin land with referees?
Yeah, you're certainly not allowed to talk to the ref.
Well, not a referee, but referee's boss.
Yeah, but the referee's boss, yeah. So I had a meeting with Jared Maxwell, and that was really good. So I just needed to be more clearer, Fletch, on what the guidelines were. And I am now, so that's really good. So, I thought, obviously we were ill-disciplined, but I just needed some clarification around a few things. I got that. So, no, I'm really comfortable going into Game 3 about, what we need to do better to be at our best.
Now, Loz, Game 2, the whole camp kept it quite quiet or hidden about Nathan Cleary. When did he actually do the groin? How far out from kickoff, Game 2?
He did it the night before. So we were doing a kicking session. So he was doing a kicking session and just felt it ping a little bit. So it was really tight. So obviously then you got to wait till the next morning just to see how it pulled up. So we sort of got him treated, and then we waited until the next morning, and then we spoke to the physio, and then we spoke to Nathan himself, and he was confident that he could play, but he couldn't kick along, and he couldn't kick goals. So we decided that he was still obviously our best option. So anywhere from sort of the 40 metre zone, he still was kicking, but he's in a lot better shape now than what he was leading into Game 1. So I doubt whether he'll goal kick in Game 2. So I think we'll just go with Zach and Latrell or Steve Crichton will be on standby if something happened to Zach.
What is the go there? Did they have a kick-off? Like, why did we go with Zach? When you just mentioned Latrell and Critter, what happens at it? Who picks who gets to get the go-ahead?
Yeah, well, Zach was a kicker last year, so and he kicked really well. So he's sort of next man up. So he's the guy that will start. And then, we got confidence that he'll kick him. But if something happened to Zach, you've still got a guy like Latrell or Steve Crichton who can pot him over as well. So that's just the way it is. It's just that he was always second after Nathan Zach, so he's next man up. Right. So he'll have the responsibilities.
All right, now, Loz, hypothetical, and I don't wish this on you or New South Wales, but Nathan gets on the bus and tweaks that groin, and he's ruled out. Who's our number 7, Game 3?
Oh, geez, I'd say, pretty difficult to answer that question, Fletch, off the top of my head. Hypothetical. Put it this way: we've got 2 options.
Yes.
Yep.
As it stands, we could move Jerome into 7 and Matty Burton.
Yep.
We could bring Matty Burton in, or there's a young boy that's joining us in camp, Isaiya Katoa, who's playing really good football for the Dolphins. So, he's going to be with us in camp, and he's another option if something unfortunately happened. But we're not expecting that, Fletch.
Okay.
You know that. You shouldn't be thinking like that.
I know, I'm not. I know, but I love hypotheticals. I know you do. I froth on hypotheticals. Just on Isaiya Katoa, Loz, now take your New South Wales coaching hat off.
Yeah.
Just as a fan, how impressed have you been with this kid? And did you always know that, did the people around New South Wales coach, did they realise that this kid was this good?
Yeah, I knew he was a good player, but as a halfback, I thought it may have taken him a little bit more time. But what I've seen of him so far is that he creates time and space for other people, and his ability to play deep into a line and his ability to square the defence up is as good as I've seen for someone so young. So, and I think it not that it helps, but like years ago you did that and you'd be wearing a lot of bruises after games. Yeah. So So you can play a little bit deeper in the defensive line, but the way he squares people up, and it just makes it so hard on the outside defenders because they can't afford to start sliding. And if they do, he just plays short. And if they don't slide and they stay square, then, he'll pass out the back and all of a sudden they've created an overlap. So he does it so well.
He's good to watch.
Hey, Loz, I've got your whole career in front of me right here. And gee whiz, what a career. Like, seriously, what a career. What would this mean to you to win this one?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it means a lot, Joel. I think any time you're involved in such a big game, you want to win, and it's always good to win them. Personally, I think that you want to have success on this arena, both as a player and as a coach. But more so, it's about, and as I keep talking to players about it, you want others to celebrate and you want others to be happy, and it's like backing a winner. Like, you're happy backing a winner.
Oh, yes.
But if you're all on it, like, you're all high-fiving, like the energy's a lot better. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, so for the state to rally behind us and the players to be all happy and the coaching staff to be all happy, that's the feeling that I love. So it's not about me or the team, or it's about the collective. That's what I find Origin's all about. It's about you play for others. You don't play for yourself. You play for others, and you got to be selfless. And that's the attitude I want from this footy team, is that we're representing everyone in New South Wales. We're representing ourselves, but over and above that sits the people in New South Wales.
Laurie Daley, one of our sayings here on the run home is sometimes the best gifts come badly wrapped. Is there a gift in having lost at Perth to come home to Accor Stadium, a full house, and to get that shield in front of your own faithful?
No, not really, mate. I would have loved to have wrapped it up in game two. We had a great opportunity, and we fluffed our lines early. So we're going to be right. We're going to be better. I know we will be better. I don't think we've reached anywhere near what we're capable of playing at. So that's what gives me confidence, and that's why we stuck with the same team, because I know they can give more. Yeah. And that's my job, is to unlock that and make sure we are better. I know we've got one hell of a footy team. We're just going to make sure we unlock it and get the best out of it.
Now, Lawrence, have you got the coaching bug? Is there any chance you would contemplate coaching an NRL team?
That's an easy question, Fletch. No.
Oh, really?
Yes, no.
No. So this 6 weeks is enough for you?
Yeah, mate. I really enjoy it. But in terms of the week in, week out, no, it's sort of not on my radar. I enjoy, my work in the media. I really love it, in fact. I'm happy doing that. I'm happy with this little bit of coaching, but definitely no as an NRL option.
Hey, Loz, I just realised you are the New South Wales coach, and we're taking up way too much of your time. And yes, Kalen Ponga gave you a few clues when he put a little grub behind to get the hammer. 2 tries of Bradman Best, a little grubber kick. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. But Loz, all the best, mate. We are so proud to have you represent the state of New South Wales. Thank you so much of joining the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Thanks for having me on, Joel. Thanks for having me on, Fletch. You're good people, great friends, and I'll always support you.
Loz, any danger of giving us a tip? Like the last 2 I've given you, just something, something out wide in Goulburn or something.
Fletch, I'll have to. You know what? I haven't really.
After game 3. After game 3. After game 3.
After game 3, I'll be back giving you that mail very early in the week. That midweek
something runs closer to first rather than ninth.
Laurie, thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you after you're in that photo with a big shield. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Loz.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Oh, what a great guy. The Run Home with Joel and Fletch, and the great man, Laurie Daley. Tickets for the Origin Decider at Ticketek, and if you cannot get to the game, SEN will have the coverage of the Decider next Wednesday. Neutral call, Blues call, Maroons call. Take your pick. Live on the SEN app.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.